Hey, Ross Givens here. You don't need me to tell you what's the hottest thing on Wall Street right now. Artificial intelligence, or AI. The action is off the freaking charts. Anyone who's experimented with ChatGPT knows what I'm talking about. Since launching in November 2022, it took just 5 days for the Microsoft-backed chatbot to reach 1 million users, climbing to 100 million users in only 2 months. This makes it the fastest growing consumer application in history. One thing's for sure, the surge in AI-related activity is whipping up excitement among investors. Freetrade reported a 43% surge in the value of trades in AI stocks and ETFs, driving prices way up. And here's the crazy thing. We have barely scratched the surface of what's to come. This space is moving so darn fast, with the biggest tech firms racing to get positioned. For example, Microsoft just boosted its investment in OpenAI by as much as $10 billion. And the New York Times reports Google co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin are re-engaging with the company as it plans to accelerate a rollout of new AI features. So here's the trillion-dollar question. Who's going to come out on top in the AI war? Will it be a big tech titan like Microsoft or Google? Or another big player with substantial bets on the technology like IBM, NVIDIA, and advanced micro devices? Nope. I say none of the above. Because you see, these companies are giants. Their stock prices are already in the stratosphere. Worse still, AI is only a tiny portion of their business. So I plead with you, if you want a shot to get fabulously rich from the AI war, make sure you grab my #1 AI recommendation today. No, it's not these tech giants. I've uncovered an obscure $3 per share company that is about to alter the generative AI landscape for good. Founded in 2005 by a Canadian computer scientist, it's moving fast. By leveraging 98 registered patents for cutting-edge voice and sound recognition technology, it's already lined up a slew of major partnerships with Hyundai, Mercedes-Benz, Honda, Pandora, Netflix, and many others. And recently, I noticed some suspicious buying activity, causing the price to skyrocket by 260% in just 19 days. Now, right now, this stock is hovering around $3 or $4 per share. Could be higher depending on when you're viewing this. But this gives us a great buying opportunity. And in just a moment, I'll reveal everything I believe you need to know about this under-the-radar AI company, including its name, ticker symbol, and why I believe its price could go to the moon as early as 2023. But first, remember, missing a major tech breakout once hurts. Missing it twice is unexcusable. Today, right now, is your second chance to strike it rich. A chance to hit the reset button on your retirement dreams with the hottest AI investment opportunity out there. Now, speaking of major tech disruptions, I'm reminded of what happened with one of the biggest stock market successes in modern history, Microsoft. They were one of the PC revolution's true pioneers. According to CNBC, if you invested in Microsoft back on March 13th, 1986, when they first went public, and you stayed invested, your $1,000 investment would be worth $2.49 million now. Talk about smashing expectations. When's the last time you had a shot at making 2,490 times your money? That's how Bill Gates became a billionaire. Not only him, thousands of ordinary people who added Microsoft to their portfolios also got incredibly rich. I believe the extraordinary $3 AI wonder stock opportunity I'm presenting today is on par with this. According to my calculations, the gains could even be bigger. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, but if you take immediate action, this one $3 stock could be an absolute financial lifesaver if everything plays out like I expect. Plus, you won't have to wait 20 or 30 years to reap the rewards. The $3 AI wonder stock has the potential to deliver an extraordinary wealth booster shot over the next 18 to 24 months. And wouldn't that be nice? Folks, It's time to stop twiddling your fingers, sitting on your hands, waiting for the markets to heat up again, because the next big thing is here, right now. Fact is, artificial intelligence, AI, is becoming a central feature in our lives. You don't see it, but it's operating 24/7 behind the scenes. For example, have you ever opened your cell phone with Face ID? Paid for something using your credit card? Or jumped into the car and plugged your destination into Google Maps? Of course you have. We do these things all the time without thinking about it. AI is the secret mega mind behind it all, arranging your Netflix menu and powering many of the smartphone apps you use every day. MasterCard, for example, uses AI algorithms to assess the 75 billion transactions a year that are processed on its network. It's the ultimate game changer. Pick any industry, and AI is going to transform it. Get this. Deloitte says companies using 3 or more types of AI have jumped from 62% to 79% in just 1 year. According to Statista, nearly 95% of all customer service interactions will be driven by AI-based platforms by 2025. And PwC says AI could contribute up to $15.7 trillion to the world economy by 2030. That's more than the current output of China and India combined. The race is on to build AI intelligence for data centers, self-driving cars, robotics, smartphones, drones, and other devices. Just look at what it will do to the $11.9 trillion global healthcare market. According to the New York Times, AI systems can outperform human experts when it comes to identifying disease. Clinical trials confirm that AI software is better at spotting signs of breast cancer in mammograms than radiologists. If I'm right, this is your opportunity to ride the coattails of a transformative investment that could make your life far richer, improving the lives of your kids and grandkids too. And I'm not the only one saying so. Bill Gates is saying a breakthrough in AI could be worth, quote, 10 Microsofts. I agree 100%. Take a look at what he told Forbes in an exclusive interview on February 6th, 2023. Quote, it's pretty stunning that what I'm seeing in AI just in the last 12 months is every bit as important as the PC or the internet. As the 4 most important milestones in digital technology, this ranks up there. Other top business leaders are on board as well. Jeff Bezos, the billionaire founder of Amazon, said he thinks this new technology is the key to Amazon's future. Even super investor Warren Buffett says it will have a, quote, hugely beneficial social impact. You know billionaire Mark Cuban, right? He's a straight talker. He doesn't pull any punches. Well, according to INC Magazine, here's what he says about AI. Quote, if you don't know AI, you're the equivalent of somebody in 1999 saying, I'm sure this internet thing will be okay, but I don't give a shit. If you want to be relevant in business, you have to, or you will be a dinosaur very quickly. You know what else he says? That the world's first trillionaire will be someone who can master AI. You see, it's always the smart guys, the in crowd, who see the massive potential before anyone else. Well, now that ChatGPT has lit the fuse, so to speak, here's your chance to join the big boys before this thing gets absolutely massive. The best way to do it? Grab my bonus report on the $3 AI Wonder Stock for free. Inside my report, I'll tell you about a tiny company that is front and center in the AI revolution. It's rapidly changing the landscape all around us, and for early bird investors, can do more to make you filthy rich than practically any other stock out there. Incredibly, this company is still a minnow in the ocean. It has a market cap less than 1/1000th that of Microsoft. Read my special report today. Then start riding the AI wave for all it's worth. My name is Ross Givens. I used to be Wall Street's top sniper. I've come a long way since growing up on the Gulf Coast in Mobile, Alabama. You may have seen my appearances on Fox Business with Stuart Varney, BNN, Bloomberg, or CNBC. My passion for trading started when I was just 12 years old. I bought 100 shares of Microsoft, and I never looked back. At every step of my career, I've placed myself where the money is. I got a degree in finance, earned my Series 7, 66, Series 3 securities licenses. Then I went on to work for a handful of Wall Street brokerages. My work got me noticed by a major Wall Street bank, who hired me as a vice president, helping to manage billions in assets for some of the most affluential individuals in America. Then I got fed up with the greed, the egos, and numbing bureaucracy. So I turned my back on Wall Street. After all, it's the retail investor who really needs a break, not the rich folks. So today, I work harder than just about anyone else out there. I put in 15-hour days, tracking 238 different sectors and subsectors, more than 16,000 different investment vehicles to find winning, easy-to-execute trades for my loyal followers. I've spent 10 plus years building my own private database, constantly adjusting the triggers, honing the results, all with the goal of pinpointing the top-ranked stock opportunities in today's hottest industries. It gives me an edge on every cutting-edge industry around the globe, including artificial intelligence, which is the big story today, promising IPOs, smartphones, disruptive tech, healthcare, pharma, booming biotechs, energy plays, gaming technology, the Internet of Things, e-commerce, ETFs, options, and much, much, much more. Basically, any company within any industry that my system says is ready to leap forward in price. For instance, I was early jumping on the green revolution trend. Take International Battery Metals, a micro-cap stock with new technology allowing them to extract lithium from oil drilling wastewater. I issued an in-depth recommendation on the stock. At the time, it was trading for 38 cents. That was long before it shot up to $7.52 in 2022. We dipped in twice, and my members saw gains over 1,000% on each occasion. I was also one of the first guys to jump on the big energy drink craze. Take Celsius Holdings, ticker CELH. Now, I spotted them, and they were a tiny, Florida-based company on the cusp of disrupting the entire energy drink market and potentially making early investors very rich. Their secret? Negative calories. In other words, just drinking it makes you lose weight. Now, unlike most of today's startups that swell to billion-dollar valuations before they even turn a profit, this company chose to keep its research a secret. But I cracked the code and discovered what they were up to. I issued a buy alert when shares were trading for just $2. A few years later, the price had zoomed all the way up to $122. That's a phenomenal 6,000% gain. So here's one question I get all the time. Hey Ross, what's the real reason that some stocks surge by 100, 200, 500% or more, while others stay stuck or sink like a rock? Since I worked on Wall Street for more than a decade, I can tell you one very important reason certain stocks suddenly explode. It's one most people completely miss. Not because they're ignorant, but because behind the sudden stock surges, there are individuals actively trying to cover their tracks, to keep you in the dark. How do I know? Because I used to be one of those guys. Now the shackles are off, I'm finally free to tell you the truth. So what's behind so many big Wall Street winners? Well, sometimes the reason is obvious, like a big earnings report, an unexpected acquisition, or some noticeable event like that. Unfortunately, you don't know about it until after the fact. But in many cases, a stock jumps for seemingly no good reason at all, leaving traders dumbfounded and frustrated about what they missed. That's where I can help you. You see, the real way to make money in this market is to do what I do. Follow in the footsteps of Wall Street's deepest pockets and most knowledgeable minds, putting your money on the line at almost the same time they do. Why? Because they almost never lose. You know who I'm talking about. Industry insiders, C-level executives, and America's top institutions like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, who have billions to invest and can sway which way prices go. These influential people start the ball rolling on what I call big money breakouts. Massive gains of 250%, 500%, 1,000% or more in the blink of an eye. In fact, Wall Street is set up to give them an enviable edge. letting them get in before the big upsurge and out before the price eventually goes back down. This activity is often invisible to regular investors, but for professionals like me, there are hints regarding what's about to happen. Thanks to my Wall Street experience and the proprietary database I created, I can spot telltale signals in technical trending, sudden volume bursts, volatility, and unusual price patterns that can be read like a book. And I can spot this activity in near real time, so I can give you a heads up before you hear about breakouts on Squawk Box or read about them in the Wall Street Journal. So what can happen when we get the timing right? The gains can be spectacular. Feast your eyes on 5 quick, big money breakout trades that, if you got the timing just right, could have made you more than $350,000 richer. Let's start with Tesla, which I had the good fortune of recommending early based on some unusual activity I was seeing. Bingo, a sweet 614% gain. Riding this surge wave could have let you turn $10,000 into $61,400 in profits in less than 180 days, too. Now let's look at Kirkland's, ticker KIRK. Here, a $10,000 investment would have paid out $117,300 in big money breakout profits, more than 10 times your money in under 4 months. It happened again with IZEA Worldwide. A $10,000 investment placed at exactly the right time could have paid you $81,700 in profits. A super payday, right? Same thing for Bit Digital. You'd be looking at a tidy 510% gain in under 60 days. $10,000 in could have led to a $51,000 gain. And finally, let's check out the action for Riot Blockchain. That's another 575% gain, enough to turn 10 grand into $67,500. Let me break it down for you. By acting decisively on this secret big money breakout activity, getting positioned early and staying invested, you could have pocketed more than $250,000 in profits in a very reasonable time. Now, will my system foresee every major buy? Of course not. The examples I just showed you are extraordinary, and rational judgment will always be needed. There will always be some margin of error, and you need to be prepared for an occasional loss. But let me ask you this. How long would it take you to make this kind of cash in the regular stock market? Years? Decades? Maybe never. Which leads me to the big opportunity I'm putting before you now. Evidence shows that a major new AI bull market is shaping up. It could transform into a behemoth as big as 10 Microsofts. This is your chance to get skin in the game before the wider world sees what's happening. Especially because I spotted some unusual activity taking place just beneath the surface. Here's what I'm seeing. 2 insiders of a tiny $3 AI wonder company, the CFO and a prominent board member, just bought stock on January 20. Now, crucial, according to my proprietary indicators, these are the first insider buys at the company since it went public. Even the people who work there are buzzing. This is one of the breakout triggers I'm always on the look for. Damn, did they time that well. The stock shot up 260% over the next 19 days. And below is a chart of another AI stock. It was seeing on average about 10 million shares trade each week. But look at each of the last 3 weeks on this chart. That surged to 212 million, 275 million, and 115 million shares. That is a ton of volume. What do you think happens when you get a 27-fold increase in demand for a tiny stock in just a couple of weeks? A big price rise, of course. Folks, these are just 2 recent examples of secret big money breakout activity I'm seeing in the artificial intelligence space. What's going on has the potential to make you an absolute mint. It's time to up your game and jump straight in, no matter whether you start with $50, $250, or $1,000. Right now, my number 1 AI pick is trading for around $3 or $4 a share. Now, nothing is guaranteed, but it's your chance to get in cheap and ride to potentially hundreds of dollars per share. And here's the great thing. I'll bet not 1 in 10,000 investors knows about this scorching opportunity. Now, it may seem unlikely that such an AI stock actually exists, but it does. I only recently discovered it. And if you move quickly, before the mainstream press gets wind of what's going on, this little $3 AI wonder stock could jumpstart the kind of carefree life you can only dream about right now. Getting positioned is easy. I'm not talking about buying some complicated option trade here. It's way simpler than that. You can buy this stock from your regular old brokerage account today. But first, you'll need to know its name and ticker symbol, which I'm prepared to give you now. Just follow the steps I lay out in my free special report, and you can buy the actual stock at the real price of around $3 or so. But this opportunity will not last forever. The price could shoot up at any time. So go ahead and grab my brand new 12-page special report called the $3 AI Wonder Stock that can make you 75 times richer. You can get it at no extra cost as part of the special offer. I call it the deal of the century. If you act ASAP, you can get in early, right alongside the big money buyers who are currently loading up on shares. Because the way I see it, there are only 2 paths you can take from here. Grab your stake while the stock is super cheap, again around $3 or $4 at the time of this recording. Then every time you hear about AI in the news, you can secretly grin, knowing you got in on the ground floor of one of the best opportunities out there. Or you can ignore this amazing opportunity. And every time you hear about AI on CNBC or in the Wall Street Journal, you'll kick yourself for missing out on the next big thing again. Which path will you take? This $3 AI wonder stock opportunity won't last forever. Neither will dozens more that are popping up on my trading screens day after day. But here's the dilemma I was facing. How do I get these big money breakout opportunities into the hands of eager investors like you? Then it hit me. I decided to launch a one-of-a-kind weekly trading room. Every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for 60 full minutes, I'm going live and uncensored in front of hundreds of folks just like you. That's right, every 7 days, 52 weeks a year, I'll hand you my secrets for outthinking and outscoring the competition. Only in my live action war room can you sneak up on stocks that my system says are poised to shoot to the moon. I'll zoom right in on what I've pegged as the absolute cream of the crop. Could be my #1 momentum stock, a #1 dividend paying stock, my #1 natural resource stock, my #1 growth stock or energy stock, international stock, maybe an IPO play, and many, many more. That's what's so exciting. Nothing is off limits. I'll be doing things in my weekly $5 live action war room that may seem impossible. It's never been easier to go for double, triple, or even quadruple potential profits with every single stock you buy. The only rule? My proprietary technology must score it in the top of the class, meaning it has the potential to deliver a minimum of 250% price surge over the next 60 to 90 days. So, how's my system doing? Not to brag, but here are some examples of how my pattern technology could have paid off in the real world. My proprietary approach could have earned you 6 times your money, 7 times your money, 8 times your money, all the way up to an extraordinary 94 times your money. So what's on my radar these days? Today, I am banging the table about the major $3 AI wonder stock that is front and center on my trading screens. But like I said, these breakouts can happen 24/7 in all kinds of markets. I'm seeing massive, big money action taking place all over the place. For example, the other day I saw something strange happening with Iris Energy, ticker symbol IREN. They're a Bitcoin mining company, building, owning, and operating data centers and infrastructure for the mining of Bitcoin. On February 14, 2023, I gave the order to buy. Less than 48 hours later, check out what happened. We were up 144% on this stock in under 2 days. The intraday action was absolutely scorching. Let's say that you waited until February 16 to get positioned. you still had a chance to score big time. In fact, you only needed a few hours to pocket a whopping 66.69% gain. Too bad you weren't in my war room and I let that one out of the bag. But it's not too late. Believe it or not, I view this win as a warm-up to the real deal. Because here comes what I think is the big one. You know, that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to grab hold of the biggest thing out there and potentially transform your life for the better. So if you want to know what I consider the number one best way to get invested in the booming AI market, the easiest and fastest way is to get your hands on my latest bonus report. It's yours at no extra cost when you join my live action war room today. My big money breakout trading system is causing a stir in the industry because there's nothing like it out there, anywhere. First of all, no one else has my boots on the ground experience with major banks, serving the needs of America's richest 1%. I seized the opportunity to build a proprietary database for identifying major stock moves in advance. It zooms in on the only activity that really matters, identifying where deep-pocketed investors and influential Wall Street institutions are placing their bets. This is what I keep telling you. You see, these corporate insiders, I'm talking about CEOs, CFOs, board members, directors, senior VPs, chief operating officers, etc., plus major Wall Street institutions like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup. They have privileged access to all kinds of non-public information about a company's financial, health, and future prospects. So when they start buying big into their company stock, it pays to follow their lead. My friend, I am neck deep in profit-making opportunities as indicators jump up, down, and every which way. And it's not only AI. Inside my live-action war room, you never know what we'll be chasing. Could be today's most lucrative IPO, the next iPhone, disruptive virtual reality, tomorrow's Exxon, the next big biotech titan, and much, much more. Absolutely nothing is off limits for my war room. It simply doesn't matter what the broader market is doing. What matters is how individual stock opportunities are faring. And I jump in the second I spot something unusual happening. Usually triggered by Wall Street Pro, company insider, or massive institution sneakily putting millions or even billions on the line. We jump on that weird activity to give you what I call an unfair, extremely lucrative advantage for members like yourself. Remember though, you have to be super nimble. We date stocks. We don't marry them. Get in, get out, bank your gains, and move on to the next trade. That's the approach that is working so well for me. Part of the secret formula that gives us a chance to sneak in and grab supersized returns, often with a super quick turnaround. Like a while ago, my big money breakout system pointed me to a beaten down oil stock called Matador Resources. Big money was scooping up shares left and right, so it was obvious they knew something that the rest of us didn't. Here I am talking about the event as it was happening. But wouldn't you know, the company released its Q1 earnings just hours earlier, and it absolutely slaughtered expectations. Earnings per share were $1.08 versus expectations of 2 cents. Revenue was also a beat, coming in at $371 million as opposed to an expected $223 million. As anticipated, the stock rallied following the news, giving my followers a shot at a gain of 133% on the stock in under 3 weeks. In fact, I've kept this stock in our open portfolio, and it is now up a whopping 1,433%. Like I said, these breakout opportunities are popping up all the time. You just need to know where to look. That's where my war room comes in. You simply act on this incredible $5 joining offer today. Then show up for my weekly live action war room session, or just press replay if you can't make it. And I'll tell you straight up what my number 1, number 2, and number 3 top buys are for the week. Simple enough, right? Every Thursday at 9 a.m., I invite you to step inside my private trading room. Join me as I review the overall market, pinpointing its cracks and highlighting massive new opportunities. Nearly every time, I'll hand you a chance to access 1, 2, or even 3 high-powered, big money breakout trades for your own account. All you have to do is follow what I do, live and on screen. That's it. Once you get the hang of it, you'll have the ultimate edge so you can have a shot at generating impressive wins. You can begin enjoying life-changing gains like these 100% legally. Fuel cell energy, 780% in 81 days. Oculus, a 385% gain in 63 days. Tanla, 879% in 125 days. Novavax, over 900% gain in 145 days. Inovio, 540% in 132 days. Archimoto, 180% gain in 65 days. You have to admit, super quick profits like these would go a long way toward paying for that dream vacation or that brand new G-Wagon you've had your eye on for a while. What's stopping you from getting there? Let me guess. The entry price has been a barrier before now. Well, let's deal with that right now. Have you seen how much trading services cost these days? They routinely run $2,000, $2,500, even $5,000 per year or more. I haven't seen many worth the hefty price tag, so I created my live action war room to be different from anything else out there, both in terms of the spectacular and spectacularly quick profits it can potentially deliver, and the joining price. Because the new AI-fueled burst is moving crazy fast, I'm willing to let you inside for an absolutely absurd low price. Today, if you act right now, you can take a 365-day trial for a mere $5. That's the actual price. Who else lets you test drive a world-class trading service for about the cost of a Starbucks cappuccino? Guys, I've been tracking insider and institutional trade activity for years. But this is the first time I've offered the general public a chance to join me in a weekly live-action war room as I hunt the big whales. Let me assure you, if you've dabbled in the stock market, you have what it takes. Right this minute, I have over 10,000 loyal followers, and they are not professional investors. They don't have access to any special technology, and they wouldn't dream of staring at a PC screen for hours each day. These are regular men and women, teachers, firefighters, small business owners, who are brave enough to make the big switch. I suspect you'd like to hear what these folks have to say about my other services. Steve H. says, 2 picks, 2 winners. I already paid for my subscription service in the first 2 trades, and it only took 2 weeks. It's so nice to see a service that actually delivers what they advertise. Thank you so much for this great service. Robert P. wrote in to say, good day, Ross. I continue to enjoy the profits from the stock picks with your service. I've been on board with you for quite a while now, and I have found your methodology to be the most consistently profitable I have used in the past 15 years. And Ross D., who shows you don't need a lot of money to get started. Ross, thanks for sharing your trading strategy. I purchased your program less than 2 weeks ago and already made my money back using just a $2,000 account. Plus, here are a few more. Jeff writes, outstanding results. Bought 300 shares and made a killing. I was able to capture 110%. Wish I'd been able to put more than the $1,000 I had. Thanks and keep them coming. Carl says, wow, sweet call, Ross. That stock took off like a rocket, despite the fact that if you were a technical analyst, you would have been running away as fast as you could from this stock. Amazing. Their lives, as well as thousands of other investors' lives, have been transformed. Now you can join them, thanks to my brand new live action war room. Hey, if I can enjoy the high life using this powerful trading system, so can you. But let me repeat, this could be an extremely short-lived opportunity. 6 months from now, you'll either have had a chance to potentially pocket major profits or walked away from the opportunity of a lifetime. Right now, I suggest you discover how to potentially cash in on the $3 AI Wonder Stock opportunity. But I am only sharing this opportunity with members of my exclusive war room, where you'll discover under-the-radar opportunities week after week after week, all year long. That's where I tell you when to get in and get out, so you have a chance to beat 99% of all traders. Every Thursday is your chance to make 10, 25, even 75 times the profit you thought possible. Hit just one big money breakout trade and you could be $400 to $5,000 richer, or even more depending on how much you invest. based on our track record so far. Now that my Ross Givens live action war room is up and running, I'm finally ready to spread the wealth. And hey, for a joining fee of just $5, that makes it even sweeter. I guarantee you this, the sooner you get in, the more profit you can make. Look, this is extremely valuable information. Do you know that major Wall Street banks pay analysts $175,000 or more every year to dig up stellar investment opportunities like the ones I'll be handing you? But I didn't create the live action war room to help the rich get richer. I created it to benefit the thousands of regular American investors out there. And nothing would make me happier than to have you, the ordinary investor, contact me in a month or two to tell me your dreams have been realized, to say you've gone from being a cautious, run-of-the-mill investor to being a wise and wealthy trader, thanks to the big money breakout trade opportunities I'll be sharing with you every single week. Remember, most investors will never even hear of these trades, but you will. So what do you get? Lucky you. Your entrance fee to gain access to my live action war room seems paltry in comparison to all the value I'm giving to you today. You get nearly $4,500 worth of trading secrets when you add up all this. With my live action war room, you'll have access to VIP access to a new war room session every single week, presented at 9 a.m. Eastern Time each Thursday. Up to 52 big money breakout recommendations a year, a total value of $1,997. A full year of complete write-ups for each and every trade my strategy recommends. 12 months access has a total value of over $997. A weekly watch list so you know which breakout trade opportunities I'm investigating. 12 months access has a value of more than $497. My unique big money breakout trackers that scrutinize the trades after I recommend them. And let's not forget your free special report called the $3 AI Wonder Stock that can make you 75 times richer in 2023. That's a total value of $4,894. And don't forget, once you join my live action war room, you'll have access to me. I've personally hit it big on enough trades to live how I want, on my own terms. Of course, I know a lot of people out there claim to deliver great returns, so if you're skeptical, I get it. But there is a way to see for yourself who really delivers. And at the same time, you'll get the details on the $3 AI Wonder Stock opportunity at the front of the AI revolution that I'm talking about today. This company could someday be worth as much as 10 Microsofts, way more than Google, Facebook, and Tesla combined. And while those stocks are expensive, this one trades for just a few dollars a share as of right now. But maybe not for long. In the coming days, I expect to say more about this mammoth AI opportunity. No promises, but I want you to be able to feel what it's like to potentially turn a $500 investment into $2,500, $5,000, $10,000 or more. That's why I've agreed to offer you our best deal ever. Your charter membership to Ross Givens' live action war room is only $5, a fantastic savings. That's an awesome deal. You get to join me live in my trading room at 9 a.m. 4 times each month for 60 minutes of breakout trading each. The trades I'll highlight are perfectly understandable. Plus, they're cut and paste, simple to execute. They're even recorded if you can't attend live. Since this is the first time I'm going out with this $5 offer, clicks could be bananas and the system may crash. I can't say for sure that you're in until you join the war room and confirm your participation. Once you're in, you'll have access to all this. 4 live sessions per month in my real-time trading room. This is my nerve center, a multi-dimensional trading floor where I exchange crucial information, including what to buy and sell, how, and at what price. You even get to interact with me via chat during these sessions. Remember, I'll be in the trading room with you, working to maximize your gains, minimize risks, and make sure you're comfortable with the fast pace. You'll also get post-trading room summaries. Don't worry, even if you miss a session, you'll have access to video replays plus written details of the recommended trades. Our trading idea tracker. Go here to track the trades we discovered during the live war room sessions. This is a great resource to keep on top of how your real-life trades are performing. The VIP members-only website where you'll find anything you may have missed, including war room archives, both video and text formats, trade recommendation performance, alerts, FAQs, and much, much more. Plus your new member bonus, the $3 AI wonder stock that could make you 75 times richer. I'd love to share my number one pick in the exploding AI industry right here and now. But my publisher says it's too darn valuable and could crash our IT system, so we are reserving it for new members. That is the only way you'll get your hands on this timely report. All you need is a measly $5 to grab it. That's a crazy good deal, right? Well, there's more. Join me today and I'll throw in an extra bonus that will have you jumping for joy. I'm willing to give you access to my exclusive 3-part video series that I recorded just last week. The package is called 3 Bankable Patterns to Help You Secure a Solid Financial Future, and that's exactly what it is. I do a deep dive on 3 of my all-time favorite big money breakout patterns, the kinds that have allowed me to bank returns of 510%, 575%, and 615%, and way more relatively quickly. I'll show you my secrets for how to time big volume, volatility, and price moves on stocks currently on my watch list. This 3-part video series is worth $295 easily by itself, but I'll let you have it all at no extra cost as my thank you for joining my war room today. Now look, I know the evidence is astounding, and the trial price is extremely low, but I'm going to make it a no-brainer for you to take action. You don't even have to make up your mind today. Simply agree to dip your toes in my live action war room now, and you'll get my every penny back guarantee on your enrollment price if you're not absolutely thrilled and far better off at any time over the next year. Take 12 months to test drive my weekly war room, to kick the tires and make sure you like what you see. You'll get my every penny back guarantee if you're not absolutely thrilled anytime over the next year. I know we're only talking about $5, but it's important to let you know you were entitled to every penny of your purchase price back if you cancel any time over the next 365 days. No questions asked. Every single penny. How's that for a square deal? I'll be surprised if even one person cancels, but I want you to know I'm 100% committed to helping you get permanently richer beginning right now. Who else gives you 365 days to make a final decision? No one as far as I know. So I can rush you your AI special report and get you started in my live action war room today. With a brand new trade going live every 7 days, about 50 screaming buys coming your way, one after another over the next year, you have a lot of big money breakout trades to look forward to. And today, you can lock in a 1-year membership for only $5. That's a real steal. So won't you join me right now, claiming your free special report, your every penny back guarantee, and your guest pass to weekly, potentially lucrative breakout trade opportunities is as easy as clicking the button below. You'll be taken to a secure membership form. Don't worry, you'll have a chance to review everything on the next page before you make a final decision. I don't want you to miss out. You can also call our member services team at 888-483-5161. They'll answer any questions you may have so you can get started right away. In closing, I want to thank you for joining me today for this exciting opportunity. I look forward to seeing you inside Ross Gibbons' live action war room.